I've always, when I was doing the podcast before this arrest, I was always saying haram, and I was always repulsed by these girls who were sexually promiscuous, etc. But now I find it truly repulsive because I see it as a danger sign. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Hi guys, Mr. Nobody here, and today I will react to the latest Fresh and Fit podcast with Andrew Tate. Let's get the ball rolling.
I've always, when I was doing the podcast before this arrest, I was always saying haram, and I was always repulsed by these girls who were sexually promiscuous, etc. But now I find it truly repulsive because I see it as a danger sign.
Dangerous? But I've heard this type of danger somewhere else. Just can't remember where at the moment.
If a girl messages me on I don't have Instagram, but let's say a girl messages one of the fan accounts, or a girl sends me a love letter. I get lots by email.
Yeah.
She goes, look at my Insta. I miss you. You're the best man. Then I click on her Insta, and she's been to Saint-Tropez. She's been to Dubai. She's been to Miami. She's been to wherever. She's been to Aspen, Colorado, and Courchevel. She's flown all of these places. I just think, all these men have flown you around, and now you want me to buy you shit and fly you around. And what if I stop buying you shit?
Now I remember. Because this is very similar with...
Here's where the famoose would start. So it'd be good, like I had a lot of girls who worked for me, and the best was like the Ukrainians or the Russians. It was amazing. Because they'd get some guy, fall in love, they'd arrange the day to meet, all this shit, I need a visa. Okay, get a visa. I need money for a visa. Okay, how much is a visa? It's $900. No, but it's not $900 because I went to the embassy. They think I'm a risk, and I need a return flight there and back, and I need a hotel. I need to have spending money in my bank account. They won't let me come. Or how much you need? All right, 10 grand. Boom, it's 10 G's. Boom, bang, thanks. Wow. Go to the embassy, take a picture outside the embassy, boom, come back. They rejected my visa. They said we have to wait 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they'll give it to me. Okay, baby, boom. 2 more weeks of tips. Boom, 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 boom. Because now he thinks he's gonna fuck, right? He thinks he get the girls. Now he's spending more than ever. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks come. Some other problem.
Now, didn't you teach the same things? How come now, suddenly, it's dangerous and before was fine? I guess you don't like your own medicine, but let's continue.
I just look at them and think, oh, nah, that's a police case.
Yeah.
And every single woman I look at who's not humble and respectful now, I just see as a police case waiting to happen. So I refuse to talk to women anymore because I'm like, no, you're all trouble. It's worse than just haram now. You can destroy my life.
We should start a campaign, Andrew Tate, Life Matters. Talking about destroying life. Suddenly, when it comes to destroying your life, is not good. But when you did this...
I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Don't you guys think he talks too much? Anyways, what do I know? Let's continue.
And I think a woman who is genuinely humble and honest and tries to preserve her sanctimoniousness regarding sexual promiscuity is less likely to make these kind of attacks. I can't exactly tell you why that is, but I think we'd all agree a girl who sleeps with less men is less likely to go and start chasing a man for money and making a big scandal and all this garbage. But these women who sleep with a bunch of men, they're fucking predators, bro. They're dangerous.
Their morals.
They've lost their morality. They don't care about destroying your life because they have no link to you. There's no energy core between you and them. They're just fucking you for fucking.
They're demons, bro.
They're demons.
Now, before we get into morality and demons, do me a favor and subscribe. And when it comes to high morals, let's be honest, he knows the value of a woman like no other. I mean, let's say this. Not bad, not bad. What a generous guy. Anyways, let's continue.
So if you're a man now who's out here sleeping with girls who are promiscuous, you're not just making a mistake because they're promiscuous and they're not going to be a good partner. You're making a mistake because they can destroy your life. Promiscuity is now it's more than a red flag. It's a landmine. Wow. I won't go anywhere near a promiscuous woman ever for the rest of I was never going to anyway because I'm high enough status I don't have to, but.
He never was next to a promiscuous woman. Didn't he run an OnlyFans and webcam studio? How did he call these women? Housewives? Virgins? I mean, this guy is beyond ridiculous. I think he is delusional. End of the day, we live in an era where you can be whatever you want. He wants to be high value. Who are we to judge how he feels inside?
Now when I see a woman who acts that way and thinks that way, bruv, no, sir. There is no way you could convince me to go near a woman who's been with a bunch of men because I just see them as a court case waiting to happen. That's the world we now live in, especially when you have status and money. They want their bills paid. And you're going to pay them. Whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
You're going to pay it. And the government love it, bro. I have no scientific proof to back this up, but I've come to the theory, one of the reasons governments love this shit so much is, let's say you're a very rich man and you're international and all your taxes are set up right and all your things are in order and everything's done. You pay your taxes, you do your thing, whatever. You get hit with some big case and you have to pay $1 million a month in legal fees, which, trust me, it's not that much because I'm paying it. You're paying $1 million a month in legal fees. Your lawyers are going to pay their tax 50% on the dot because they have to, because they're part of the bar association and they have particular special bank accounts that can be monitored, etc. So the government just sits and goes, cool, well, we can get $6 million out of him if he has a year of $1 million legal fees. That's 50% tax rate. So the government loves it. They get to extract resource. Lawyers get rich. Girl lies. Nothing happens to her. She gets to fuck with your life. There's only one person who gets fucked.
The man.
You.
Yep.
Your lawyers are fine. The government's fine. She's fine. You are the one at the bottom of the pole getting fucked.
And you're the one paying for everybody.
And you're paying for all of it.
The judge being there, the lawyers being there.
Oh, the courtroom, the big fancy courtroom, the oak mahogany walls. You're paying for everything.
This is the biggest wealth transfer we've seen, where women come into play as tools and pawns to attack rich men, take their money, and then go back to normal. Literally.
And there's no consequences for them making these accusations.
None.
You know? Like, that's the crazy part.
And if there's no consequences to anything in life, you're going to keep doing it, right? If there's no consequences to stealing, you're going to steal. If there's no consequences to robbing houses, you're going to rob houses. I'm like, imagine you removed law, you'd see how quickly people will do bad and heinous things without consequences.
The purge, literally.
And we're telling women that it is now a purge on men without consequence, and you expect them not to do it? There's no consequence. So why wouldn't they do it? That's a basic general, that's a law of the universe that can be applied to both men and women. If they can act without consequence, they have no reason not to.
What a stand-up guy. I mean, he has it all. High status, money. He doesn't deal with promiscuous women. Morals. I would like to ask him, what should be the consequence for this guy?
I'm taking over. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards and plugged a new one in from me behind the screen. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. Those were just famoosers, just laughing and doing this, their titties out, and they were talking to fucking ice cold hustlers. We were taking their money, all of it. And they'd come and say, well, what kind of, bro, all of it. We were fucking milking them dry. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Did you feel bad or no?
Fuck no. To give a solitary fuck. To the point where we had these guys falling in love with my models, serious, big time in love, right? Sending crazy money. And they were convinced they were gonna meet the chick because they were like, can we meet? I've sent you $200,000. Can we meet? Can we meet? Can we meet?
200 person sent to a model. Total.
Million?
Wow. Wow.
About a mil in about a year?
You don't feel bad at all.
Why the fuck would I care?
Yeah, I don't feel bad either.
So, thank you. The girl would be online for 6 or 7 hours, but then when she logged off, was sleeping or whatever, on her WhatsApp, I'd have staff. She was online 24 hours a day. Her WhatsApp, her this. She was famoosing when she was asleep. We were bringing in money from the fucking sky. And here's, maybe this is a bit bad. Here's where the famoose would start. So it'd be good, like I had a lot of girls who worked for me, and the best was like the Ukrainians or the Russians. It was amazing. Because they'd get some guy, fall in love, they'd arrange the day to meet, all this shit, I need a visa. Okay, get a visa. I need money for a visa. Okay, how much is a visa? It's $900. No, but it's not $900 because I went to the embassy. They think I'm a risk, and I need a return flight there and back, and I need a hotel. I need to have spending money in my bank account. They won't let me come. Or how much you need? All right, 10 grand. Boom, it's 10 G's. Boom, thanks.
Wow.
Go to the embassy, take a picture outside the embassy, boom, come back. They rejected my visa. They said we have to wait 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they'll give it to me. Okay, baby, boom. 2 more weeks of tips. Boom, 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 boom. Because now he thinks he's gonna fuck, right? He thinks he get the girls. So now he's spending more than ever. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks come. Eventually, the girl, what she would do is she'd say, oh, I don't want to go embassy. She'd give a really lame excuse to try and provoke the man to get angry. So she'd say, the embassy want me to come back, but I have a headache. That was the one we'd use. He'd be like, I just sent you $1 million. You promised you were going to come. You said you had to delay. Now you're saying you have a fucking headache and you won't go to your appointment. To make him mad on purpose, because that would annoy any man. And then, that's what we needed. We needed a little trigger. And we go, why are you being aggressive? I'm not being aggressive, but you're not serious, da-da-da. And then we'd say, but you know what? I really like you, and I'm flying to the other side of the world by myself, and now you're being aggressive, and now I'm intimidated. And we'd flip it on him, saying, well, now you're being scary. No, I'm not being scary, but you know, it's your appointment. You're supposed to go, yeah, but I feel sick, and you don't even care. Female bullshit. Female bullshit. And flip it on him.
Oh
Flip it on him. And he'd get fucking furious, because we were really good at
playing
fucking...
both sides.
Poking him. To the point where we go like, you're a fucking scammer, you fucking scam me, get really mad. I can't believe you think I was a scammer, I was gonna come, I went to the embassy, you're a fucking liar. I would get pissed off, right, and leave, stop tipping her, stop coming to her. But for these men, that's the only chick in the world, the only hot chick in the world who talks to him. Maybe it takes a week, maybe it takes 2 weeks, maybe it takes 3 weeks. He's in bed at night, alone, jerking off, looking at her old videos and pictures, watching her stream again from another account so she can't see it's him, sitting there going, maybe she was gonna come. Maybe I just got too mad when she had a headache. Maybe I should have been a little bit more patient and she would have been my girlfriend. And 100% of the time, in less than 3 months, they'd be back with an apology, a brand new pile of money, and the cycle would repeat. We fucking killed the game. Millions of dollars a week. And it was not just because I had beautiful girls. It's not because webcam is easy. It's because I am a genius. And I put together an apparatus of genius behind the avatar of beauty. And we fucking conquered the internet.